David, a huge weekend of racing ahead with many of the stable's big names running at Caulfield on Saturday, and of course you've tipped 9 of the last 13 winners on the weekly video, so the pressure's well and truly on here. Look, but before we get to Saturday, let's start with Moonee Valley Friday night. Race 1, Embrace the Rock, first up over 1200.
Yeah, drawn awkwardly, but she's a strong filly who'll be finishing very hard late. If she gets a clever ride by incl, well and truly capable of winning.
2 runners in race 2 over the mile, starting with last start winner Nouvel again.
Yes, I like the way she won at Seymour. Her racing pattern should suit the Valley. Small field, but very competitive. Hopefully she can pick up a Vobes bonus for the owners.
Tender also runs in the second.
Racing really well, knocking on the door. Drawn a barrier, mightn't be as far back as one might think this week.
Race 7, Razzle Dazzle Rock, returns to the Valley over 1500. Tough win here last start.
Yeah, it really was tough. I'd like him from the barrier. Walker seems to have a great affinity with this horse, and hopefully he can improve on his what's becoming quite imposing record.
Caulfield Saturday, the Iron Horse Extra Zero runs in the first over 1800. He's $7.
Yeah, they always give you a bit of a chance to get on him. I think this is probably as easy a race as he's been in, hence the weight, hence the claim. It'll just take a bit of a clever ride from the awkward barrier. So if he gets a good run in transit, could easily win this.
Fleet Esprit runs in race 2 over 1200. She's $5 with Royal Schnitzel, the even money favourite.
Yeah, look, it's a small competitive field. Royal Schnitzel couldn't have been more impressive at the Valley. My filly, I think, is consistently underrated by the market and will be hard to beat.
Race 3 over 1100, the Blue Diamond Prelude for the fillies. 2 runners in this. Heir Apparent is drawn out in 12. She's $40.
Yeah, like she'll actually like being out there and will improve. She had no luck the other day. Barrier 1 killed her, so she'll get galloping room. She's on trial for the Blue Diamond, and if she's competitive she'll go that way, if not towards the Blood Horse Breeders.
Second of the runners in the third is Hell or High Water, who's also drawn wide in 11.
Going very well. We rate this filly. I think she's got a group win in her. On trial for the Blue Diamond again, as all the horses are in this race. Another tricky barrier, but she will get plenty of galloping room.
She's big odds as well. Can you split those two?
They're genuine each way chances, but they're taking on the Blue Diamond favourites, so it's pretty hard, I think.
Race 4 is the Colts division of the Prelude. Call Me Anything. He's drawn the extreme outside barrier in 17, 30-1.
Makes it very hard for him. We'll ride him patiently. He's on trial for the size, so as long as he's making up ground late, we'll be very happy. And if they go mad, you never know. I've won this race from horses coming from last before.
The other runner in the fourth is the Debutant Extra Choice, a $10 chance in the market.
Yeah, trialled well last week. Goes into it a little bit underdone, but a quality colt. He's on trial for the size as well. I think he'll be very strong late.
Race 5 of the mile, Jackanow Bay brought up his third win on the trot last week. He's $8 in this field.
Yes, good odds. The more they win, the better odds they are. I would say Barrier 3 will get a beautiful run, and if he wins, it'll probably be his best win of his career. This is a quality field. Backstead
also runs in the fifth. He's $20.
Yeah, fit and well, but probably needs to lift in this field. Has to run a PB to be in the finish.
There are 2 runners in race 7 over 1400, starting with last start winner Hong Kong Captain.
Yeah, his form's worked out very well through profit share. Barrier 1, he did get beaten from Barrier 1 at Sandown, but I think if he gets luck between the 500 and 300, well and truly capable of winning a good tough race.
Firehouse Rock is second up in the same race.
Yeah, he'll strip much fitter than first up. He loomed up and ran out of puff late. I think going well, should get a good run from that barrier and an each way chance.
The Group 1 CF4 Stakes over 1400 is race 8, Petrology $6, second favourite behind Dissident.
Yeah, he ran sizzling sectionals to get beaten last start in a slow run race. His Sandown Guineas was brilliant. I think he does like a bit of galloping room. Nick will have to beat his best from barrier 10, bit of an awkward gate, but ready to run a mighty race.
Of course, Spillway is the other runner in the CF4. He's first up, drawn barrier 1.
I think over the odds. at the early odds given out. Barrier 1, she'll get a beautiful run just behind the pace. Will need luck at the vital stage. Nearly won an equivalent race in the spring. You'd have to put him in your multiples.
Closing out a big day's racing at Caulfield in race 9 is the talented Girl Guide. She's first up over 1200, $3.50 favourite.
Goes well fresh, goes well at Caulfield. Should be hard to beat.
Best of the weekend for you, David?
Girl Guide and a Fleet of Spree. These two girls have rarely let me down in the tipping. I'm not going to drop off them now.